10 best goals scored this season in the Premier League. Bicycle kicks from impossible angles, 40-yard thunderbolts that break the sound barrier, team moves so beautifully they belong in art museums. This season has produced some of the most spectacular goals in Premier League history, and we've got them all right here. Number 1 is so outrageous that even Messi would applaud. You need to see it to believe it exists. What's happening, goal lovers? Welcome back to the channel where we celebrate the pure artistry of football. This Premier League season has been an absolute masterclass in spectacular strikes, incredible team play, and moments of individual brilliance that will be replayed for decades. These aren't just good goals, these are works of art that showcase why football is the beautiful game. Hit that subscribe button, because we're about to witness some of the most jaw-dropping finishes ever recorded. Prepare yourself to have your mind completely blown. Magic, because they have. Drop a bicycle emoji if you think this deserves the goal of the month. Acrobatic excellence right there. But wait until you see the long-range rocket that nearly broke physics. This strike will make your jaw drop. 9. The thunderbolt from heaven. If Bissouma from 35 yards out produces a strike so powerful it should come with a health warning. The ball sits up perfectly after a cleared corner. Bissouma takes one touch to set himself and unleashes absolute thunder with his right foot. The ball travels like a guided missile, dipping viciously at the last second to nestle perfectly into the top corner. The goalkeeper dives, but he's nowhere near it. The net nearly tears from the impact. Brighton fans are still talking about this absolute screamer months later. Long-range rockets get the blood pumping, but our number 8 showcases the kind of individual brilliance that separates superstars from mere mortals. 8. The dribbling sensation. Alain Saint-Maximin turns the Tottenham defense into traffic cones with a solo run that belongs in highlight reels forever. Picking up the ball in his own half, Saint-Maximin glides past 4 defenders like they're standing still. Each touch is perfection, each step planned 3 moves ahead. He rounds the goalkeeper with the composure of a seasoned artist and slots home with his weaker foot. Tottenham fans applaud this individual masterpiece despite the pain it causes their team. Solo brilliance creates legends, but the top 7 goals are entering supernatural territory. These strikes redefine what's possible on a football pitch. 7. The Team Symphony. Manchester City orchestrated a 27-pass move against Arsenal that flows like poetry in motion. Kevin De Bruyne provides the final pass. Erling Haaland applies the clinical finish. Team perfection versus individual genius both create magic. But number 6 combines power, placement, and pure audacity in ways that shouldn't be humanly possible. That mathematicians are still calculating how he found the net. Are closing fast. Rashford somehow finds a gap smaller than a postage stamp and threads his shot through it with surgical precision. Impossible angles create impossible goals, but we're entering the final 5 now, where football transcends into pure art. These strikes will be remembered forever. We're halfway through, and these goals already have legendary status. Which strike has left you speechless so far? Can you even imagine scoring goals this spectacular? Smash that like button if these finishes are giving you goosebumps. And stick around, because the final 5 goals operate in a dimension of their own. 5. The curling masterpiece. Bukayo Saka produces a curling effort against Liverpool that bends the laws of physics and common sense. 25 yards from goal, Saka shapes to go down the line, then wraps his foot around the ball with the delicacy of a master painter. The ball curves away from Alisson's desperate dive, kisses the inside of the post, and nestles perfectly into the bottom corner. The trajectory is so perfect it looks computer-generated. Liverpool fans can only shake their heads in admiration at this work of art. Curling perfection from Saka, but the top 4 goals are about to break your television screen. These strikes are so spectacular they border on the supernatural. 4. The first touch volcano. Casemiro receives the ball comes to him at shoulder height. Defenders surrounding him, the goalkeeper perfectly positioned. Casemiro doesn't take a touch to control. He meets the ball on the full volley with a technique that would make Zidane weep. The strike is so pure, so perfectly timed that the ball rockets into the net before anyone can react. Old Trafford explodes as Brazilian magic lights up Manchester. Volleys require perfect timing and technique, but our top 3 goals exist in a realm where mortals fear to be tread. These aren't just goals, they're miracles. 3. The chip of dreams. Luka Modric, at 37 years old, produces a chip so exquisite that art galleries should display it. Spotting the goalkeeper slightly off his line from 30 yards out, Modric decides to attempt the impossible. His touch is feather light. The ball arcs majestically through the London sky and drops perfectly under the crossbar while the goalkeeper scrambles desperately backwards. Real Madrid legends have produced spectacular goals, but this chip combines vision, technique, and sheer audacity in ways that defy age and expectation. Modric's chip was perfection, but nothing prepares you for our final 2 goals. These strikes will be replayed until the end of football itself. 2. The Rabona Revolution. Eric Lamela pulled off a Rabona goal so outrageous that defenders forgot how to defend. In the penalty area, under pressure from 3 Arsenal players, Lamela decides conventional shooting is too boring. He wraps his right foot behind his left leg and strikes the ball with a back heel technique that shouldn't generate power or accuracy. The ball flies past Aaron Ramsdale like a heat-seeking missile. Arsenal fans are applauding despite the pain. This goal breaks every rule of physics and football logic. A Rabona goal in the Premier League. We thought we'd seen everything, but our number 1 is so spectacular, so utterly impossible, that it's been watched 50 million times on social media. This goal changed football forever. 1. The goal that broke the internet. Mohamed Salah versus Manchester City produces the most spectacular individual goal in Premier League history. Receiving the ball 30 yards from goal with his back to the net, Salah controls with his first touch, spins past Rory with his second, nutmegs strong Cancelo with his third, rounds Ederson with his fourth, and slots home with his fifth. 5 touches, 4 City players beaten, 1 goal that belongs in footballing heaven. The Etihad Stadium falls silent as 50,000 people witness greatness. Pep Guardiola applauds from the touchline. This isn't just a goal, it's a masterpiece that will be studied for generations. There's your number 1 goal that proves Mohamed Salah operates on a different planet from the rest of us. There you have it, 10 goals that showcase why the Premier League produces the most spectacular football on the planet. These strikes combine technique, power, creativity, and pure audacity in ways that leave us all speechless. So, which goal had you rewinding the footage over and over? Do you think we got the rankings right, or would you have ordered them differently? Have you ever scored a goal even half as spectacular as these beauties? Let me know in the comments that goal debates are always passionate. Don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. Next up, we're analyzing which 3 Premier League teams are looking to drop down this season and why. The relegation battle predictions will shock you. Like this video if these goals remind you why football is the most beautiful sport in the world. And I'll catch you in the next one where we dive deep into the survival struggles.